Morning, everybody. It's 8:52 on this Monday morning, the 6th of May. That's right. And this is video number 2160. Asia and Europe are slightly higher. Stocks are higher on some carryover strength from the end of last week's move back to the upside. When I came in about a half hour ago, the Dow was up 152, Nasdaq up 65, and the S&P up 21. We're a little bit higher than that. We also have, let's see, the Dow is up now about 180. Um, the yield on the 10 year is down about a little over 2 basis points, back down into that 447 and a half, 448. The S&P, which was up 21, is now up 23. And the NASDAQ, which was up 65, is up 69. So not a lot more action there. We have no economic news this morning, and it's actually a pretty light week uh, for everything involved. But we do have, I believe, later in the day, let's see, let me just make sure. Tomorrow at later in the day at 3 o'clock, we have consumer credit. That's the first big release of the week. And then we have the normal ones on Wednesday and, of course, Thursday with initial claims, etc. And on Friday, we have University of Michigan consumer sentiment. And so, that may not be market moving, but I think it definitely gives an idea of where we're going with consumer spending. After the close today, we have earnings on BWXT, Palantir, PLTR, IFF, International Fragrances. That's an old favorite of mine, one of the original Nifty 50, Vornado, BNO, Realty Trust, and Simon Properties. And that might be pretty uh, exciting relative to consumer spending and what the malls are beginning to look like. We also have some earnings from Hims and Hers. I only mention this not because it deserves mention in and of itself, but the CEO there has come out dramatically supporting what's going on campuses and in companies as far as employees who go outside public, and um, go beyond what corporate will allow here, saying that they will hire people who get fired. There was a whole group at Google over the weekend that got fired. The CEO from HIMSS says we'll hire them. This is not the same thing as Microsoft being willing to hire the outgoing head of OpenAI. This is really dangerous, and it puts HIMSS and Hers on a very shaky plateau vis-a-vis what they're willing to support. Corporations should not really be supporting that kind of activity, and it will come back and bite them in the ass. Okay, over the weekend, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, they cut their Apple stake by 13%, and they sold all of their Paramount Global. MU, 118, up 330, or just about 3%, upgraded to outperform at Baird. U.S. Steel upgraded to overweight from equal weight at Morgan Stanley. Remember, that is a deal also. Johnson Controls downgraded to neutral from buy at UBS. That one's giving back not much, 61.99 down 39 cents. Medical Properties, Stewart Health finalizing their refinancing and restructuring deal. The stock is down again hard. This one has really come down. MPW 408 down 78 or 16%. Spirit Airlines misses by a penny. Revenues in line. The stock is basically unchanged at 370, down a penny. But that one is a long way down. BioNTech, BNTX, down about $4 at 89 on a miss by 7 cents and a miss on revenues and reaffirms revenues guidance. So neither here nor there. As far as the chart on the screen, that's the silver, and I'm going to take this out a little so you can see what I'm talking about. This area, and this was in last night's note, this area at 26 was where silver went to die repeatedly over the last several years. What we have now, this is 26 and change, 26, 26, 26, 26, 26. Now it came back down to 26 after the breakout and a trade just under 30. I think it was 29.92 or something. It has flagged out a bit. I'll bring it in so you can see what I'm talking about. It has flagged out a bit. And so far, this is a weekly inside week, even though this is a pretty extreme move. This is a range of 2665 to 2760, and we're up on the high of the day right here, up about 86 cents. In last night's letter, I was very bullish of the silver, and I think we're getting a breakout. And I think that that line along 26 continues to hold as support, resistance becoming support. And if we break out above 30, which is here, here, and here, and let's remember that this chart goes back 5 years. If we break out there, I think we get a replay of the same thing that we saw in the gold vis-a-vis 2050 to 2100 in here. All-time high, slightly lower high, slightly higher high, and then the breakout where we basically moved from a bounce off the 200 week at 18 and a quarter all the way up here to let's see what that number is, 24.48. Came back down. This one I think might come back down a little further, but not the silver. I think the silver looks great. We also had a pretty impressive move last week and follow through slightly this morning on nat gas. I'm going to bring this in substantially. We're trying to make a bottom here. We have this low at 169 and change. We have a slightly higher low at 184 and a half, and now we're breaking back out. We have this 5 and 20 week turning up and very positive. I don't see a lot of problem getting us back into the 275 area. And when you're talking about a $2.20 commodity, 55 cents is a 25% move. Let's just see what the rest of the futures are doing. As I said, stocks are moving higher. We have the corn, which was down 6 cents overnight and is now down a penny. We have oil up 70 cents after its horrendous week last week. As I said, gold up 27, silver up 87. Cotton is back down after a knee-jerk reaction on Friday from being down. This is a huge move in the cotton. We got all the way up to $1.06. $1.04. Made this channel, got to the bottom of it, made a slightly lower low, and bounced up on Friday, and today just giving it right back. So, not trading it, but the fact is it looks kind of crummy. Coffee down $1.30, sugar up slightly. The dollar is down 15 cents on higher bonds, which were started lower overnight. Bitcoin up another 1,300. It was substantially higher. The high was 66,000 and change. It's currently 63.9. So that's where we are. Let me just get you a last look at the stocks. By the way, Asia and Europe both higher again. Let's see if we can see what's going on in the Dow and the Nasdaq and the S&P. Let's see. Dow up about 180. Everything pretty much still in line with what we saw. All right, folks, have a good day. I'll be back later.